Hi everyone, I'm Marcy, and if you like hatch chili, you're gonna love this video because today I'm making enchiladas with hatch chili. Now, if you were to order them at a restaurant in my home state of New Mexico, the server would likely ask you what has been deemed our official state question, and that's red or green. But today you don't have to decide because I'm making both. First, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps my channel grow. And let's get cooking. I'm going to start with red cheese enchiladas. And if you saw my recent video on hatch chili, you know that these red chili pods started out green. They just were allowed to ripen on the plant, and then you pick them and dry them out. And this is what we make so many of our wonderful red chili sauces with. You're going to need about 10 of these chili pods. Now, you should be able to find them in the ethnic aisle of your grocery store. Just look for a plastic bag, and somewhere on there it'll say New Mexico chili. Now, aside from the chili pods, you're going to need 3 garlic cloves, about a tablespoon of Mexican oregano, a tablespoon of cumin, some salt to taste. This is probably about a teaspoon, and you're going to need some water. And I'll put the exact measurements in the description box below for you. You're also going to need some corn tortillas, some cheese of your choice. I'm going with pepper jack, some onion, and then some oil for frying. So let's get started. I'm going to cut off the stem of each of these chili pods and cut it along the side to open it up. And then I'm going to remove all the seeds and the veins and get these pods as clean as possible. When you've got them all cleaned, rinse them with water to remove any lingering dirt. It did grow in a field after all. And then let them soak in hot water for about 15 minutes, just long enough for them to soften and rehydrate a little. A lot of people will put them in boiling water, but that's not really necessary as long as they're clean and soft. When they look like this, go ahead and drop them into your blender or food processor. Cover them with water. I ended up using about 3½ cups. Add the garlic, add the salt, the cumin, and the oregano, and blend. This may take a little while because you want to blend long enough to where you don't see little fragments of the pods circling around. And that way you don't have to run it through a sieve. It'll be a nice smooth sauce. Then you heat up a deep pan over medium-high heat, coat the bottom with a little oil, and pour that sauce in there to cook. Stir it all up and let it cook for about 15 minutes or so. This red chili sauce is perfect. You don't need to thicken it with flour or cornstarch, and you certainly don't have to add any tomato paste to it. This is exactly how I like it. When the chili is done cooking, we can start frying the corn tortillas and assembling the enchiladas. I put enough oil in a small frying pan so that they can deep fry. But then I drain the excess oil and place them on paper towels to get as much of that oil off. You can skip the frying if you want to be more healthy, but it just won't taste as good, and the tortillas won't hold together as well, so you'll need to at least warm them up to make them more pliable. When the tortillas are all fried, you'll want to have an assembly line in place so that you can grab some cheese, put it in a tortilla, top it with a little onion, and roll. Place it in your baking dish, and then on to the next one. This is a small baking dish, but keep in mind the amount of chili we made is enough for a larger dish. When you've got them all laying in there, pour plenty of this red chili sauce on top. Add some additional cheese. And top with a little more onion. At this point, you stick them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes, but I'm gonna hold off for now because I wanna show you how I make green chili chicken enchiladas. That way I put them in the oven together and they come out hot at the same time. For the green chili chicken enchiladas, I want to give you some options. I, of course, have some hatch green chili that's already been roasted and peeled, and I just had to pull it out of my freezer. But should you find it fresh, I'm going to show you how you can roast and peel it. Now, if you don't have access to hatch green chili fresh, look for it in a jar. This is 505 Southwestern brand, and 505 being the area code for most of New Mexico, and this is authentic hatch chili. It's a wonderful alternative when chili is out of season. Now, I'll put the exact amounts of chili that you're going to need in the description box below, because this is one of those things that when I cook, I'm sort of eyeballing it as I go. So again, I'll put those measurements, so look for them. Aside from the green chili, you're going to need 3 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon cumin. You'll need some water, and then either 1 can of cream of mushroom or 1 can of cream of chicken. And this is going to add a whole layer of creaminess that you're going to love. Also, you'll need some shredded chicken, and I cooked this in my crock pot earlier today, so it's all ready to go. You'll need some corn tortillas, some grated cheese of your choice. I'm going with cheddar, some onion, and then some oil for frying. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm first going to roast this chili on a comal over high heat. You can roast it on any type of skillet. You can roast it on an outdoor grill. You can even roast it in the oven. The point is, you just want to get the skin blistered so that it separates from the meat of the chili. When it's all roasted, I like to immediately put the chili in an ice water bath so that they stop cooking and you can easily peel them. I remove the stem and all the seeds inside. With the chili all roasted and peeled, we can start making our green chili sauce. Just so you have reference, this is 7 chilies, which is probably about 1.5 cups. Place them into the blender along with the garlic, the salt, the cumin, and about 2 cups of water, and blend. It should only take a few seconds, and it looks like this. Next, heat up a deep pan over medium-high heat, coat the bottom with a little oil, and pour in your chili sauce. Stir it for just a bit, and then add in that can of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken. You can even add in both if you like. It's just going to make it more creamy and delicious. Let it all simmer for about 10 minutes, and it's good to go. We can start assembling the enchiladas. By now, you know the drill. Fry the individual corn tortillas. Get rid of the excess oil. Fill with shredded chicken, some cheese, and a little onion. Then roll. Place it into your baking dish and then on to the next. When you've filled up your dish, pour the green chili sauce all over the top of the enchiladas. Top with some more grated cheese and a little more onion. All right, now they're both ready for the oven. Ooh, who's ready to eat? There you have it, red cheese enchiladas and green chicken enchiladas, both made with hatch chili. And for me, good enchiladas begin and end with good chili. I really hope you try this recipe, and be sure to let me know in the comments if you do. And by the way, if you're ever at a restaurant in New Mexico and you can't decide which one to order, just ask your server for Christmas style. They'll know exactly what you mean and bring you both red and green. I'm about to have a very Merry Christmas myself right now. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. You can also follow me at Marcy Inspired on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, blessings from my kitchen to yours.